Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for your Twitter reactions from that horrendous display today. We'll start with Daz at Wee Hairy. Performance was brutal. Forget blaming the board or the pitch. The players in the park are looking stale. Manager struggling to change tactics. Changes need to happen in that dressing room and not just personnel wise. Absolutely, I think we've seen the personnel changes today, but the flow and the rhythm of the game just followed much as it has done since the start of the season. Like, the build-up was too slow, too patient. We didn't create a great deal again, and despite having had 5 clean sheets recently, when you're not scoring a lot of goals, you're going to concede at some point, and we did today, and that cost us in the end. Declan at Declan Avro. If that was Ronnie Dylan in charge today, we would be calling for him to be sacked. Rodgers seems to be exempt from criticism and his tactics are clearly not working. I don't think he is exempt from criticism. I know we had the whole debate last season about, you can't criticise Brendan Rodgers because he's been so successful, and other people saying you've got to criticise him. He is getting criticised now, and rightly so, because we're seeing a string of performances that haven't been good enough. We're seeing a style of play that is becoming too predictable, too slow. Teams are working it out. So I don't think he's immune to criticism anymore. But this is the time for him to start earning his money, because he's got to change that. He's got to get confidence back in the team, and he's got to get them fighting. He's got to get them fighting again. And then from that, we'll see his real worth. Jungle Jim, Dyer, no creative spark or bravery. Too many going through the motions, embarrassing really. Can't argue with that. Definitely going through the motions. As I said already, like, we had the personnel changes today, but we still looked as if we were going through the motions. There was guys in the team that had a point to prove because they're not regular starters, but we still seemed flat and we still seemed like we lacked ideas. David Much at Muchy14. Possession football is great if you create something at the end of it. No point passing it sideways and expecting to create. The board believed they didn't need to invest, but every team needs to invest to keep the players fresh and on their toes. Hopefully they see that now. Hopefully they do see that now. It was beyond belief that they didn't see it in the summer really. There's no point in going over all of that again. We knew we should have strengthened and we haven't. We're starting to see the fruits of that now. We're seeing the problems in the park. That goes beyond the board as well, obviously. The manager's got to take responsibility, and the players themselves have got to take responsibility, because they're not showing any desire. They look bored at times. It's just too pedantic, it's too slow. I mean, and as I said, it's become predictable for teams to play against. And it's got to change, because this run of performances and results is just so far from good enough. If you like the Twitter reactions, click the thumbs below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Hopefully it's a damn sight better than that was.